Magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat. It's a Friday. It's start of the weekend and I'm sure everybody's looking forward to a weekend, to the weekend. Kaya nga, di ba, for the longest time, yung panahon namin, TGIF. Thank God it's Friday and I'm sure everyone is looking forward to Friday. Ako po si Atty. Mike Toledo, ang inyong lingkod sa programang ito. Dito po tayo sa Kontra Birada, nasa Radyo Bandido sa RJTV. And of course, kasama po natin ang ating partner, si Atty. Karen Jimeno. Atty. Karen, are you already with us? Baka pumapasok pa si Atty. Karen, no? So anyway, let's wait for Atty. Karen later on. Timing, I wanted to also mention, if you recall, I think it was last week that we had with us no less than the former Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, as they said, officially the first lady Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, si Justice Tessie de Castro, who spoke about her experience being a member of the executive, then the judiciary, and again, and then eventually ending to be a member of the Supreme Court and eventually being appointed Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. No? Kunento niya ang kanyang buhay, kunento niya ang kanyang mga challenges at makikita mo naman na talagang whatever she was, she really did her best in whatever position she was given. And her being a woman was not in any way a liability. Inibita natin siya kasi yun nga, ang topic natin noon is to celebrate the International Women's Month, which is usually or always celebrated, I believe, globally every March. No? And ang maganda dito, ang front page ngayon sa Philippine Star, na partner din ng RJTV at saka ng Radyo Bandido, and some of the interviews that are being conducted now with our presidentiables and senatorial candidates. No? Front page, first Philippine Air Force female fighter pilot. Congratulations to First Lieutenant Liza Camposano Beran. Siya po ay ang unang-unang female fighter pilot at wing woman. Hindi na wingman tawag ngayon, di ba? Usually sinasabi natin, who's your wingman? Ngayon hindi na, who's your wing woman? Because meron na po tayong certified first Philippine Air Force lady fighter pilot. So congratulations. And I don't know kung na timing lang to or it's just coincidental, but the bottom line is it has happened within the month of, well, almost within the month of March kasi April 1 na tayo. At hindi April Fool's Day ito. Ito announcement na ito ay hindi April Fool's Day. Totoo talaga ito kasi lumabas sa dyaryo. At pag lumabas yan sa Philippine Star, totoo po yan. Kaya sigurado tayo na hindi ito April Fool's. Marami kasing, as they say, di ba? I think it's an American tradition. Pero yung April Fool's, di ba? Yan daw ang panahon na you can actually, legitimately, siguro, without pain of being punished or balikan ka o pagalitan ka, na pwede kang crack ng joke or mga tinatawag na pranks, di ba? Yung mga pangloloko na yung hindi naman yung pangloloko na kriminal na ang dating, but mga pangloloko na pampatawa lang. Mga kunyari, tatawag ka, sasabihin mo na type mo siya, pero hindi naman pala. There are so many possible ways to come up with a crank call, for example. I'm not encouraging it, don't get me wrong. Ang sinasabi ko lang, pag April Fool's Day, yan ang practice yata sa Amerika na minsan naman sinusunod dito. Kaya mag-ingat po kayo sa araw na ito. Baka kung may mga dyan, may mga tawag, invitation, i-double check nyo lang. Kasi baka naman merong gumagawa ng mga prank calls. No? Pero mabalik lang, March 1st, sa March guys, the Women's Month, na-delay siguro ng konti sa paglalabas sa dyaryo. But I'm sure that the appointment, or rather the fact that she started being the first Philippine Air Force female pilot happened in the month of March. So again, that's a breath of fresh air and good news. Sana I would love to get to meet her someday. Kaya ako po, I'm privileged naman po na I sit on the board of the multi-sectoral governing council of the Philippine Air Force. I've been part of the MSGC, as they call it, for the past more than 5 years now. Even prior to the Duterte administration, I was there already, asked to join to represent the private sector. Ilan po kami doon na membro din ng private sector. The idea there is yung Air Force leadership, together with some members of government, like in the Senate, ang member namin dati noon, o hanggang ngayon, si Senator Bamakino, si Senator Sani Angara, si Senator Lolo Legarda, and then kami nasa pribadong sektor, sit down and discuss where perhaps agencies of government and where perhaps the private sector and also the NGOs, or non-government organizations, can help ensure that the Philippine Air Force can pursue its mission and ambition. We know how important the Air Force is. Alam po naman natin yun. In fact, how important the whole armed forces of the Philippines is. Pero yung Air Force talaga, kaya nga napansin niyo po, binibeef up talaga na ang Air Force through the efforts, of course, of President Duterte, Secretary Del Lorenzana, and the leadership, the several heads of the Philippine Air Force, to ensure na makakuha tayo ng ating mga kailangan ng mga aeroplano. Diba? Kasi pangit nga naman, Air Force ka, pero wala namang force, puro air. Diba? Pero hindi na daw ngayon yan. If you look, we have been buying, ordering fighter jets from, of course, the United States, from South Korea, attack helicopters from the United States, and even from other countries, no? So, and including our radar and cybersecurity. Na ako naman po yung natutuwa, ang MVP group of companies through Chairman MVP, pati na po ang presidente ng PLDT Smart, si Al Panlilio. Ang PLD po ay tumutulong sa ating Air Force na magtayo unang-una ng tinatawag nating Cyber Security Center. So ilalagay po doon sa loob ng Villamor Air Base kasi alam niyo po, ang labanan in the future. Kaya hindi na din talaga minsan kung gaano karami eroplano mo, kung gaano karami barko mo, kung gaano karami ang mga baril at armaments mo, missiles, or gaano karami mga aircraft carriers mo. Sa ngayon po, at nakikita na rin po natin yan habang nag-modernize ang mga armed forces sa buong mundo, ang labanan ay nasa cybersecurity. So tinatawag na nilang cyber warfare. So pag ang isang bansa ay magaling when it comes to cybersecurity or cyber warfare, ang titirahin nila ay hindi yung mga base nyo or mga, for example, kung saan yung mga troops nyo or saan yung mga ships, warships or aircraft carriers nyo ay nakadock. Rather, they will just attack your telecommunications center. They'll attack your computer center with the use of cyber warfare. Parang hacking, gano'n na. So mangyari niyan, you won't be able to communicate. That's the worst thing that can happen pag nagkagera kayo. Your inability to communicate. Not only between persons, hindi lang tao-tao communication para mag-coordinate kayo ng reaksyon nyo, but communication between machines and between machines, essentially, no? So pag hindi nagko-communicate, para tinatawag nila nga Internet of Things, pag ang mga machines hindi na nagko-communicate at pati na rin mga tao, that's a recipe for disaster. Ibig sabihin, hindi ka na makagalaw. Walang mangyayari. Hindi mo alam, parating na pala yung kalaban, parating na yung mga missiles and all that, at hindi ka makapadala ng pang-countermeasures or counter moves. No? So, na-mention ko lang yan dahil nga, eto na ngayon ang gera na nakikita natin at ginagawa rin nila sa Ukraine sa Russia. Pero so far, haven't really seen the success of the Russian forces using cyber warfare. So far, hindi pa napag-uusapan masyado na. So it's possible na, contrary to what perhaps we thought, maybe the level of the capability of Russian forces to use cyber warfare has not reached such a level yet. But, yun nga, kaya nagkwento ko yun dahil Air Force, meron tayong female fighter, first female jet fighter at sana nga nandito si Atty. Karen para maybe imbitahin natin, no? For that would be an interesting topic. In one of our Tuesday programs, we can perhaps invite her. And I guess siguro dapat din nating i-congratulate ang RJ, di ba? Ang RJ TV, pati na rin po, kasi sa Nielsen, DCRJ 110, back in the top 10. Ngayon, congratulations to Bea, and to the rest of the team, of course, no, for making that happen. And I understand that, of course, now that you're back in the top 10, and doon na to tayo sa top 10, there's no way but up talaga ang target, ang trajectory. So very, very, very a big development, very, very big accomplishment. Congratulations to everyone. And of course, to Secretary RJ Jacinto, no? Congratulations. At nakasama ko siya kagabi. We had a gathering. It was the birthday of Governor Benjok, no? The central bank governor. And we had a small gathering among friends kasi mga kasamahan natin. Matagal ko na pong kaibigan si Governor Benjok, no? And nandun po din si Secretary RJ Jacinto, and I took the opportunity to, of course, say hello. Hindi ko pa nalaman itong announcement na to na nasa top 10 na po ang DCRJ 810, no? Kaya hindi ko pa nasabi sa kanya. Kaya nung nabasa ko yung balita na nandyan na po sa top 10 ang station, I immediately sent him a text. Of course, as always, siyempre, alam mo naman sa mga parties na ganito, there are usually music, may banda, and of course, mayroong audience participation. Siyempre, request ng lahat ng mga tao dun sa party na mag-perform si Secretary RJ, being an icon, especially when it comes to pop music and of course to rock and roll. And we all know his legendary presence on stage and his legendary ability to play the guitar. So, well, nag-perform si RJ, and of course, he brought the house down. Kaya masaya yung party. Parang nag-celebrate na rin tayo kahapon, no? Dito sa pagpasok sa top 10. So again, my congratulations to everyone. So I guess today is like puro tayo congratulations, no? Congratulations sa Air Force. Congratulations din sa DCRJ, and of course, happy birthday to Governor Ben Jonno. Thank you for inviting us last night. Maybe it's good to share with our listeners na alam niyo po, si dating Secretary Ben Jonno now is the governor of the PSP or Bangko Sentral, ay about a few months ago, I think, hindi pa masyadong matagal, quite recent, maybe at least 2 months or so ago, he was actually also honored and awarded as the best central bank governor in the world. Hindi lang po in Southeast Asia, hindi lang po in Asia, hindi po in the world. Ganon po kagaling si Governor Ben Jonno, at ganon po ang respeto na nakukuha niya hindi lang dito sa atin sa Pilipinas, but pati na rin sa kanyang mga peers or mga kaibigan or mga same professionals like him, no, in the finance, monetary, finance, fiscal, and financial sector. At they saw how Governor Ben, together with the people in the monetary board, yan po yung parang board of directors ng isang kumpanya, and pati na po yung mga senior management and other officials of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, were able to really, during the height of the pandemic and up to now, they were really able to help manage the economy, especially on the monetary side. And we all know kung gaano ka-importante po yun. Kasi kung hindi po na-manage well yan, babagsak po ang ekonomiya. Kaya nakita niyo po na sa awa ng Diyos, talagang despite all the difficulties brought about by the pandemic, like yun nga, no, marami nagkasakit, nagkaroon ng lockdowns, nagkaroon ng panghihina ng ekonomiya because of the lockdowns, so walang mobility, talagang bumagsak ang ating GDP. Isang quarter nga, nag-contract, if you recall, nag-contract ng more than 9%. But they were able to still help rein in inflation to manageable levels, make certain adjustments where necessary, and without unduly making it difficult for business to continue functioning. Because ganun po ka-importante ang negosyo para sa pag-uunlad ng bayan o pag-angat dito sa pandemya. Ang negosyo po, kasama ng gobyerno, ay isa po yun sa malaking bagay na mag-aangat kasi sila po ay magbibigay ng trabaho at magbabayad ng buwis. Kaya hands off po tayo. Saludo po tayo kay Governor Benjokno, and again, belated na ngayon, belated happy birthday. It was really good to see you. And of course, the other members of the cabinet of President Duterte, as well as the cabinet of former President Estrada. So we'll take a short break at babalik po kami, wag po kayong malis. Hopefully makakasama natin sana si Atty. Karen, pag hindi man, baka naman kasi nag-usap kami ni Secretary Sal, meron daw siyang mga developments na he is willing to share. No? And from time to time, tinatawagan natin si Secretary Sal dahil na po siya po yung may access doon sa loob ng Malacanang. Hopefully, wherever he is, kasi he's busy campaigning, running for the Senate, sana ay makakausap natin siya. So we'll take a short break. Don't go away. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Revolutions per Minute with host Marilyn Craig and guest co-host future Dr. Zoe will revolutionize your life. Spend lunch with them every Saturday from 12 noon to 1 p.m. This is your Love Life Teleradio with interviews with people from all walks of lives, as well as personalities, with stories that enlighten and inspire. So catch RPM on Teleradio Bandido, Channel 224 Sky Cable, TV Plus boxes, free-to-air Channel 29, DCRJ 810 AM, Facebook.com/DCRJ 810 AM, and YouTube channel RJ AM News. Sally Masa with host Sunny Ilustre digs into current events and human interests. All viewers and listeners are invited to take part in the discussion. All opinions are welcome and respected. Sally Masa is open to assist those experiencing injustice. The motto of the show is, "If God is with us, who is against us?" Seen every Saturday from 4 to 5 p.m. on Radio Bandido TV, Channel 224 Sky Cable, TV Plus boxes, digital free-to-air Channel 29, Facebook.com/DCRJ 810 AM, and on RJ AM News. Join Arnel Doria as he explores the world of travel, transportation, road safety, and the environment. Tune in to Good Trip every Saturday at 1 to 2 p.m. on Teleradio Bandido, Channel 224 Sky Cable, TV Plus boxes, digital free-to-air Channel 29, Facebook.com/DZRJ 810 AM, and YouTube channel RJ AM News.
You're watching Kontra, Birada. Nakikinig po kayo dito sa ating programa. Dito po sa Radyo Bandido, pati na po sa RJTV. Ako po si Atty. Mike Toledo, ang inyong lingkod. And again, it's a Friday, April Fool's Day, Friday. So again, my warning to all those who perhaps may have forgotten, although this is really more of an American tradition, so to speak, pero alam mo naman tayo, somehow we have adopted a lot of the American traditions, so to speak. Kaya mag-ingat po kayo sa mga gusto magloko dyan. Baka i-text kayo, tawagan kayo, yayain kayo, kumain, manood ng sine, pero di naman pala kayo sisiputan. Prank lang, mga prank. Pero mga prank lang, okay lang. Huwag lang yung masyadong grabing prank kasi medyo delikado yun. And it could be criminal in nature. Bilang abogado, I have to advise you na siyempre may limitado yun, no? May limit yan. Baka you're already bordering. So be more, shall we say, prudent if you wanna, come up with jokes, whatever it is. And I'm not encouraging. That's a blanket denial. I am definitely not encouraging. But just be sure it's a safe kind of prank. We're still hoping that Secretary Sal will be able to join us. So abangan-abangan po natin. Pero kung alanganin man, pwede pa naman natin siya kausapin sa Lunes. Same time, of course, 11:30 to 12. But ang magandang nakita natin balita, and I'm sure a lot of you, especially those who have been, shall we say, following or have been addicted, to Korean telenovela. Ay naku, nakakagulat talaga. Kasi di ba napansin niyo po nung nag-umpisa yung pandemic, I guess wala nga talaga tayong magagawa but stay home. And to a certain extent, thanks to Netflix and the other streaming devices, thanks to cable TV, at tuloy-tuloy yung, kahit papano, tuloy-tuloy po yung ating panunood ng mga programa, at least to keep us entertained and perhaps to keep us also sane. No? Hindi tayo masiraan ng ulo. Ma-entertain tayo because, as you know, at the time, you were really required to stay within the confines of your home. Kung talagang lumabas, dahil nga po unang-una, noong panahon na yun, hindi talaga natin alam kung gaano grabe yung sakit at kung paano mo talaga makukuha. And the safest way at that time was really to just stay home while government and all the health workers and scientists were finding ways. Malaking bagay na talagang may Netflix. And if you recall, nagulat talaga ako, I did not know, because ako hindi ako masyadong fan, so to speak, no? But I think 8 out of 10 or 9 out of 10 people, especially the ladies, they really love watching the telenovela. And I did watch a few, and I have to admit, they are very well produced. Magaling. Pati yung storyline, magaling. And alam na po natin na ito, naging totoo pa yung kanilang romantic, what they call this, the romance on screen became a reality because nagpakasal na po si Yoon Bin Sun, si Yoon Bin, saka si Sun Jin, yung sa Crash Landing. Natandaan niyo po yung palabas yung Crash Landing on You. Diba? Yan yung K-drama nila na talagang pinag-uusapan. To be honest, hindi ko pa napanood. Pero lahat ng nakakausap ko na napanood yan ay sinasabi nila, dapat panoorin ko daw. Dahil talagang maganda yung kwento, maganda yung development, maganda yung storyline, and pati yung screenplay. So I will. Maybe since nagpakasal na rin sila, and since the romance has become the romance on the screen has become a reality. They just got married, pero medyo private daw dahil nga medyo nagkakaroon ng surge. Sadly, nagkakaroon po ng surge ng COVID sa South Korea. Kaya talagang, ladies and gentlemen, no, well, it's good, alert level 1 tayo. At itong alert level 1 is, sinasabi yata, they will extend it to April 15. And it seems that all the good signs are there. Baba na yung mga, di ba, mga cases. Baba na talaga yung mga taong medyo napinsala. At pati na rin sa ating mga hospital po. Hindi na sila overwhelmed, hindi na po napupuno sa COVID. Pero at the end of the day, ingat pa rin po. Ingat talaga, ingat at ingat pa rin po. Dahil nakita natin kung ano nangyari sa Shanghai, China, sa Hong Kong, and ngayon nga sa South Korea at ibang lugar pa. So, while positive, marami ng positive na naganap, marami ng mga positive developments, hindi pa po tayo totally out of the woods, so to speak. Kaya ingat pa rin. Although they did celebrate, yun nga, si Yoon Bin at si Sun Jin. And then they really look good as a couple together. If you get to see it, I'm sure you can watch it on YouTube or in any of the platforms, and of course the newspapers as well. And I'm sure it's all over because this is a story that is really something that our viewers, especially those who have been following them, sino ba naman nag-aakala na eventually yung love story nila sa screen ay naging tunay. Kaya dito naman yata sa atin, marami din tayong mga examples of people who, di ba, love team sila pero naging totoo. Hindi ko na matanda kung sino-sino yung mga yan, pero I'm sure marami. Both from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and up to the present. Ang nakikita naman natin po sa larangan ng politika, di ba? Talagang palapit na tayo. I think we have what? How many days? 40 days na lang yata. No? And that's really malapit na yun. Pero still, as I said, no? Even 2 weeks or 1 week is still an eternity in politics. So, while more or less nakikita na natin yung mga trend in the national office, nakikita natin yung trend sa mga posisyon sa Senado. And of course, I'm sure nagkakaroon din ng maraming what you call this surveys na lumalabas sa mga local, nakikita na natin kung sino ang mga nangunguna. But as always, hintayin natin pagdating ng sapat na panahon. Ang importante lang po, huwag niyo po kalimutan na karapatan niyo po ang bumoto. Sana po ay during the time na nagkaroon tayo ng registration, everybody registered, because yung karapatan yung bumoto, your right to vote or right, tinatawag ng right of suffrage, yan po ay isang karapatan na binibigay ng ating saligang batas para sa isa't isa. Everybody is equal. Mayaman, mahirap, whatever, you have one vote. You're entitled to one vote. That is your voice. And huwag natin sayangin po yun. Usually naman, maganda dito sa atin, compared perhaps to other countries, ay mataas ang turnout ng ating mga voters, which is a good sign. Ibig sabihin, gusto talaga mag-participate. Gusto talaga mag-participate ang taong bayan to elect their national and local leaders. So, hindi sila indifferent, di ba? Hindi sila insouciant. No? They are willing, and in fact, in many cases, maski na it's not easy for them to come out and vote because they live in maybe far-flung areas where maybe transportation is not that easy, but they really take time out and vote. And sana naman po ganun din for this coming elections ngayong Mayo. From what I understand, kung hindi ako nagkakamali, ang statistics have shown that the registration ay mataas. There's expectation of high voter turnout. And then, if I'm not mistaken, yung uling basa ko ay marami sa magiging first-time voters natin will be belonging to that age bracket na 18 to 30. Marami dyan na that's a bulk of the voters will be coming from that 18 to 40 actually bracket. Not exactly first-time voters, everyone, but a lot of first-time voters that just turned 18. And some of them perhaps, when they did turn 18, they were not able to vote in the last elections, and maybe they're in their early 20s. Pero ang balita ko po ay nag-register na po sila. So this is something that we should watch for. And itong mga botanteng ito, ito yung mga tinatawag nating demographics na itong sektor o itong class ng mga botanteng ito between those ages. Ito ang mga sinasabi natin very tech-savvy. Diba? Magaling sila talaga sa social media. Karamihan nga po nga daw ng balita, according to the latest statistics, more than 70% of Filipinos get their news now from Facebook, social media. Get their news. Maybe it doesn't mean that they just get it purely or uniquely just on Facebook. They will still listen to radio, watch TV, and maybe read the papers. But yung kumbaga ang una nilang pupuntahan ay Facebook. Kaya nga importante talaga na ang Facebook ngayon, or Meta, as they would like to call themselves now, would really try to put guardrails, no? Would really try to ensure na yung proliferation of fake news ay talagang matigil na. Kasi pag hindi mo matigil yung mga proliferation o paglalabas ng mga fake news, ay siyempre, ang problema niyan ay mahirapan yung mga gumagamit ng social media to discern which is fake and which is not. That's why ako, siguro old school, hindi ganun talaga. Pero para sa akin po, radyo, TV, and print pa rin yung traditional media for me is my prime source. Then I also look into social media because at the end of the day, sa journalism kasi, for example, sa radyo, sa TV, pati sa print, lalo na is that kailangan mo talaga i-verify ang mga balita mo, ang mga news mo, mga facts mo bago mo may labas. Anyway, and of course, the threat of being filed a libel suit, di ba? Which in social media is kind of difficult. Meron na kaya tayong cybercrime, cyber libel, pero it's not as easy as in the traditional libel. Anyway, alas 12 na po. And again, thank you so much for being with us. You enjoy your day, enjoy your weekend. It was really good talking to you. Mahirap lang minsan kung mag-isa ka lang. Pero what can we do? We make the most out of it. So again, thank you very much for joining us. Congratulations again to Radyo Bandido and to RJ Radio. Talagang iba. No? So congratulations. Have a good weekend and see you again on Monday. Goodbye.